Walking through the centre of Chudleigh recently, this refurbished house caught my attention. It turns out that it was the home of the town's station master in the 1930s, but the house is at least a mile from the railway station, now largely lost in the undergrowth under the A38 when it was diverted in the early 1970s. Chudleigh Station was on the Great Western Railway's Teign Valley route from Heathfield to Exeter. It had a single platform and was closed to passengers in June 1958, although goods trains continued until December 1967. Now you can trace the route south of Chudleigh, with the river on one side and the A38 on the other. We're now at Chudleigh Knighton, where the crossing keepers' cottages are still there. The halt was opened in 1924, and the platform had a corrugated iron structure rather like this one, built by volunteers at the Teign Valley Railway. From here, the line crosses Heathland, now a nature reserve. Sidings were laid here in 1943 when military supplies were stored in the woods. The Teign Valley Railway was authorised by Act of Parliament in July 1863, running from the new Moreton Hampstead branch through Chudleigh to a terminus south of Christow, a distance of 7 miles. This is the bridge over the Bovey River, 35 chains from the start of the line at Heathfield. The Teign Valley line was built to standard gauge, unlike much of the rest of the Great Western at the time. 8 further Acts of Parliament were passed before work started. The line opened in October 1882. 16 years later, there was a proposal to build a Brent, Ashburton and Heathfield railway, which would have started around here and cut the distance between Exeter and Plymouth by 6 miles and reduce the severity of the gradients on the main line. But no such route was ever constructed. Well, back to the Teign Valley line, and here on Bovey Lane Crossing you can still see the tracks, and there's a level crossing gate post as well. This is the entrance to Heathfield Station, opened in 1866 on the broad gauge Moreton Hampstead branch. The junction for the Teign Valley line is at the top right of this picture. It was made a double-track junction to accommodate World War II supply trains in 1943. Back to Chudleigh now, and north of the station, the line passes under the road, and you can still see the old brick arch in this new bridge. Just beyond the road bridge was a flood platform, which passengers could use when the river burst its banks. The line then crosses the River Teign twice on its way to Trusham. We pass sidings built to cater for the quarries and concrete works. One of the quarries is still working, and you can see the extent of the excavations from a nearby hill. This wagon used by the Teign Valley Granite Company is now preserved at the nearby South Devon Railway. There was a long loop built here at Trusham so that diverted express trains could pass through. We're now 4 miles and 22 chains from Heathfield. The station and its GWR-style platform shed is now in private hands. At least here, the station master's house is a lot closer to the railway than it was in Chudleigh. From the 1930s, most passenger trains on the Teign Valley line were hauled by engines like this one, seen at Buckfast-Leigh on the South Devon Railway. Larger tank engines looked after the quarry trains. The timetable from the summer of 1953 shows 6 trains in each direction, with 2 extra ones on Saturdays. Several Saturday trains were replaced by buses from Elphington to relieve congestion on the main line into St David's. 2 miles further on, and a farmer has taken over the track bed as we approach the next station at Ashton. The station buildings are still there, though now they're a private house. In the wall nearby you can still see the level crossing gate post. There was an engine shed here which closed in 1908, and a camping coach was found here and at Chudleigh in the 1930s. Next we pass the quarry sidings at Rycroft, opened in 1930. The railway ran at right angles to this road bridge. From here we go on to a point where the railway ended in 1882, just behind this pub. It was extended to Christow in 1903. Today, a goods yard where minerals and livestock were once loaded is home to a collection of artefacts and old wagons. The station at Christow is now a private house. The line used to run north of here towards Exeter. It created a diversionary route around Dawlish and was occasionally used in the case of bad weather and when enemy attack was threatened in the war. There was speculation after the storms of 2014 that the line could perhaps open again, but at a cost of £500 million, that seems pretty unlikely.